So a couple of weeks ago now, maybe 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I was out with our novices not novices, first year temporary professed. We're playing basketball at a park in Newark. And it's kind of cool because Father Emmanuel just shared with us as far as like sharing the gospel, a little bit what we're talking about, like the charismatic nature of it and just going out and preaching, but to anybody you meet. And so he just shared wonderful things about like praying for an encounter with somebody else and being open to people you meet and stuff like that. And that's very much not me in the sense of like we're talking about like walking up to somebody on the streets or whatever it is and be like, hey, have you heard about Jesus Christ? And there are people who are like that, but that's just once again, not my personality, not my temperament. So anyway, so we're playing basketball and as we're playing, I get poked in the eye pretty seriously. I get a corneal abrasion, which I found out later. It's like my eye was closed. I couldn't even open it. And so I just sat on the bench and we were playing basketball against a bunch of guys just from the neighborhood there. And none of us obviously had our habits on. We were all in shorts and t-shirts. So there's no real distinguishing thing that like says I'm a priest or I'm a friar. And so I'm just sitting down in conversation next to this guy. He's like, hey, make sure you put ice on it, blah, blah, and that. I was like, all right, cool. And then he said, where are you guys from? I was like, oh, I live in the Bronx. He's like, oh, no way, I live in the Bronx too. He said, where do you live? And so like a conversation just ensued once again. And he said, what do you do? I said, well, I'm a priest. He goes, and like his face dropped and then started opening up like, well, I haven't been to church in a long time. I was like, well, why not? You know, like, and so like a real conversation started. But like, if I was just like, yeah, you know, I live in the Bronx and I kind of just do like nice things, you know, like, but once again, it took that risk, if you will, of saying like who I really am or what I was doing or whatever it is. And obviously it's a little bit easier for me because I can't really hide from this fact that I'm a priest.
That's what I do,
you know. But sometimes there could be that I don't want to share that part of my life, of my story, of my day with this person. But take a risk, and it could lead just to open up to bigger things and better things for that person. And so,
thanks so much for watching the segment from the Poco Poco podcast. If you want to watch a full show, head on right over here. If you want to support the podcast, head on over to spiritjuice.org/Poco Poco. Whether it's a one-time gift or a monthly donation, we really appreciate your support. And also, don't forget to tell your friends about the Poco Poco podcast, all right? Little by little.